Welcome back. This is Justin Starbird. I'm here with Benjamin Gray of Lighthouse Imaging. We're on our series of gray papers, is our series, and this is called The Speed of Lighthouse. So, Benjamin, welcome back.
Thank you, Justin. How are you this morning?
Hey, great. Thanks for taking time. The last time we spoke, we talked a lot about your approach and the team's approach to holistic design. And what that means and what that means for customers and clients, and also the process that you go through. So the checklist and the do's and don'ts, if you will, about items that you're looking for as you're taking on a new project. But there are always going to be projects and opportunities for new products that come out to go to market that need something that's never been done before. And, certainly that is an area of expertise for Lighthouse and your team. And specifically, I would imagine it's one of those things that gets everybody's blood boiling and moving in a positive direction, because who doesn't like to create something brand new, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
So when we're talking about custom design and we're talking about, creating new products and new technology, what goes into that, and who are the targets for those projects?
Yeah, so generally the groups or the people that are looking for a custom design, and again, we're talking very specifically about medical visualization, digital visualization, cameras, endoscopes, that nature of product. Typically are also medical device companies, but they are not experts in the visualization or imaging side of things. So our typical client would have either a new therapeutic or other diagnostic type device where they're really the experts on the therapy or specific procedure or specific instrumentation, and they want to add eyeballs essentially to the system or visualization. And they are not experts in optics or image sensors or video processing, and so they come to Lighthouse to help them out with that.
Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at some of these projects, when you're going through this with a client, what are the things that you ask them to look for, or like self-evaluation things that help determine if there's not something else out there that's like their idea?
Yeah, the very first thing, we need to understand what they want. And that may sound like a simple question, but it's often a pretty loaded question. Just like any aspect in life, when we conceive or think of something, our very first inclination is a very idealistic view. But as we start asking more and more questions about what it is we really want, how are we going to do it, things tend to get more complicated before they finally become clear to us. And so generally, our first interactions are trying to understand what somebody's trying to accomplish, and then asking some critical questions to really think deeply about how that needs to be done. And there are certainly times when the services and products that Lighthouse offers may not be of maximum value to our customers, and we want to understand that early on. We're not interested in spending our customers' time or money in a place that doesn't provide them value. So we're looking for the opportunities where we can provide significant value, and we can look for a long-term relationship with a customer who needs something very specific that doesn't already exist on the market.
I would imagine that the relationships piece of that is really important, because in some cases, it's if somebody's like dead set on completing something and they see another technology that they think would work, but they don't have the expertise to kind of pull back the covers. Those conversations have got to be sometimes challenging when you say, hey, listen, you have to invest in creating a new custom piece to the project that you're trying to get to market.
Yeah, the good news is generally by the time that we speak with our prospective clients, they realize that they need something that doesn't exist, or at least not that they're not aware of. But there is always an education process, and it goes two ways. It's us learning about the prospective client and their method of operation, the way that they approach problems, the product that they're working on, and then us educating them on the world of medical visualization and what it takes to get to an end game.